Good morning. Today I am giving information about the third semester subject fabric structure. In that third unit about the looms. Today's session is sixth session. Already learned about the looms, types of loom, differences between the hand loom and the power loom, shuttle loom and the shuttleless looms, parts and functions of the loom, preparation for the weaving and motions of the weaving. So, in order to overcome the disadvantages of the shuttle loom, many shuttleless looms are developed. Instead of the shuttle, we are using some of the devices to carry out the same function of that shuttle, that is, inserting the weft yarns with the warp yarns. So, what are the shuttleless looms? Missile or the projectile looms, rapier loom, water jet loom, air jet loom, and the circular looms. First one is the projectile loom. What is a projectile loom? It is sometimes called missile loom as the picking action is done by a series of small bullet like projectiles which hold the weft yarn and carry it through the shed and then return empty. So, in this projectile loom, some of the bullets, that is small bullets like structures, that is missiles or the projectiles, which holds the weft yarns which carry it through the shed and return empty. So it is a, instead of the shuttle, here we are using the missiles or the bullets, small bullets like a projectiles which holds the weft yarns. All the filling yarns are inserted from the same side of the loom. So all the filling yarns, that is weft yarns, are inserted from the one same side of the loom. This is the projectile loom. See, these the bullets. We are inserting the weft yarns. A special tacking device holds the ends of the wefts in place at the edge of the cloth to form the selvage. A special tacking device which holds the ends of the wefts in place at the edge of the cloth or the form the selvage. Selvage is always at the edge. Here the compactness of weaving from the selvage. This loom needs smooth, uniform yarn which is properly sized in order to reduce friction. Projectile loom can produce up to 300 ppm and is less noisier than the shuttle loom. So it carries how many picks, that is a yarn weft yarns per minute? 300 picks per minute, that is a yarn. It is less noisier than the shuttle loom. This is about the projectile loom. Next is the rapier loom. What is a rapier loom? Rapier loom comes in many types. Early models of it use one long rapier device that travels along the width of the loom to carry the weft from one side to the other. Another type of rapier loom has two rapiers, one on each side of the loom. So, rapier loom, it is also shuttleless looms. It comes in many types. Early models, that is, it is used one longer rapier device that travels along the width of the loom, carry the weft yarns. Instead of the shuttle, we are using the rapier as a device, extra models to carry out the weft yarns. They may be rigid, flexible, and telescopic. One rapier feeds the weft halfway through the sheds of the warp yarns to the arm on the other side, which reaches in and carries it across the rest of the way. So, rapier loom, it carries, it is maybe rigid, flexible, or the telescopic. It rapier feeds the weft halfway through the shed of the warp yarns to the arm of the other side, that is up to and half of it reaches the in and carries across the rest of the same functions are carried out of the shuttle loom. Rapier looms are very efficient and their speed ranges from 200 to 260 ppm. Here, rapier, what is the speed? That is the picks per minute, 200 to 260. These looms can manufacture a variety of fabrics ranging from muslin fabric to drapery fabrics and even upholstery fabrics. By using this loom, you can produce very light to heavy fabrics. So, picks per minute is 200 to 220. Instead of shuttle, you are using the rapier as a device to carry the weft yarns. This is the rapier loom. This is the rapier loom. Next is the water jet. What is a water jet loom? Water jet, in it, a pre-measured length of weft yarn is carried across the loom by a jet of water. So, pre-measured means length of the weft yarns must be measured and carried out through the jet of water. These looms are very fast with the speeds up to 600 ppm and very low noise because it carried through the with the help of the water. It insert the weft yarns. The speeds is 600 picks per minute and it is very low noise. It will not produce a noise. Also, they do not place much tension on the filling yarns because water it carries easily. It will not place a more tension on the yarns. As the pick is tensionless, very high quality of warp yarns are needed for efficient operation. So, pick tension less, that is a weft tension is less, very high quality of warp yarns are needed for the efficient operation. This is the water jet loom. The weft insertion is taken by with the help of the jet of water. So water is carried out. Also, only yarns that are not readily absorbent can be used to make fabrics on water jet looms, such as filament yarn of acetate, nylon, polyester, and glass. So, which type of yarns which are not readily absorb the water can be used for these looms, such as acetate, polyester, glass, nylon, which will not absorb the water. However, it can produce very high quality of fabrics having great appearance and feel. So, by using this the water loom, we can produce the high quality fabrics with the great appearance and the feel. Next is the air jet loom. In the air jet weaving loom, a jet of air is used to propel the weft yarn through the shed. It speeds up to 660 ppm. So instead of water, we are carrying the weft yarns through the air, jet of air, and the speed up to 660 picks per minute. Uniform weft yarns are needed to make fabrics on this loom. So we must be very uniform because we are using the air as a shuttle with carrier. So it needs the uniform. Heavier yarns are suitable for air jet looms as the lighter fabrics are very difficult to control through shed. However, too heavy yarns also can't be carried across the loom by air jet. In spite of these limitations, airjet loom can produce wide variety of fabrics. So, heavier yarns are suitable for airjet looms as the lighter fabrics are very difficult to control through the shed because if the jet of air is passed, the breakage will be more. So, heavier yarns you need. Too heavy yarns can't be carried across the loom by airjet. So, you have to see which type of yarns must be carried out through this jet of air. So we can produce the wide variety of fabrics by using the air jet looms. This is the air jet loom. Circular looms. These looms are particularly used for making tubular fabrics rather than flat fabrics. Shuttle device in it circulates the weft in a shed formed around the machine. So shuttle circulates the weft in a shed formed around the machine. A circular loom is primarily used for bagging material. As the name indicates, it is a tubular. Tubular means circular means tubular fabrics rather than the flat fabrics. It shuttle device circulates the weft yarns in the shed formed around the machine. That is a tubular circular. It is used for bagging material. This is the circular loom. Next, assessment questions. You have to answer these following questions. Explain projectile loom. Second, describe rapier loom. Third, explain water jet loom. Fourth, describe air jet loom. Fifth one, explain circular loom. You have to answer these questions.